Hello class 5th. Today I am going to explain chapter number 4, the railway station. There were not railway children to begin with. They were just ordinary children and they lived with their father and mother in an ordinary red brick fronted villa with colorful glasses in the front door, a tiles passage that was called a hall, a bathroom with hot and cold water, electric bells, French windows, and a good deal of white paint, and every modern convenience, as the house agent said. There were three of them. Robert was the eldest. Next came Peter, who wished to be an engineer when he grew up, and the youngest was Phyllis. Mother was always there, ready to play with their children and to help them to do their home lesson. Besides, she used to write stories for them while they were at school and read them aloud after tea. And she always made up funny pieces of poetry for their birthday and for other great occasions, such as the birth of the new little kittens, or the refurnishing of the dollhouse, or the time when they were getting over the mumps. Here, a mump means a disease, and refurnishing means decorating a room again. These three lucky children always had everything they needed: piles of pretty clothes, good fires, a lovely nursery with heaps of toys, and a Mother Goose wallpaper. They had a kind and merry nursemaid. Nursemaid means someone who looks after the children, and a dog who was called James and who was their very own. They also had a father who was just perfect, never cross, never unjust, and always ready for game at least. If at any time he was not ready, he always had an excellent reason for it and explained the reason to the children so interestingly and funnily that they felt sure he couldn't help them himself. All they were thinking about the red villas, pretty life, happy, and they had to live a very different life indeed. The dreadful change came quite suddenly. Peter had his 10th birthday. Among his other presents was a model engine more perfect than you could ever have dreamed of. Its charm lasted in its full perfection for exactly 3 days. Then the engine suddenly went off with a bang. James was so frightened that he went out and did not come back all day. All the No Arks people who were the passenger were broken to its bits, but nothing else was hurt except the poor little engine and the feeling of Peter. The others said he cried over it, but of course boys of 10 do not cry, however terrible the tragedies may be. Here tragedies means sad stories. He said that his eyes were red because he had a cold. This turned out to be true, though Peter did not know it was when he said it the next day. He had to go to bed and stay there. Mother began to be afraid that he might be sickening for measles when suddenly he sat up in bed and said, "I hate gruel, I hate barley water, I hate bread and milk. I want to get up and have something real to eat." His mother asked him what you would like. He said, "A pigeon pie, a large pie, a very large one." She asked to make a large pie. And the story get ended. The moral of the story is all about a 10-year-old boy's Peter's feelings regarding his engine. Hope you all have understood this story, class. Read this story from your book also 2-3 times so that you can easily understand it and do the work.